The Lost Space Colony Part 6. My name is Anthon, a mechanical engineer specializing in propulsion systems, and this is my story, my involvement in the odyssey of the Prometheus and the eerie tale of the Lost Space Colony, New Eden. I was aboard the Prometheus, tasked with the critical role of maintaining its advanced propulsion system. Our mission, spurred by months of unsettling silence from New Eden, was to uncover the fate of the colony that had ceased all communication with Earth. My journey through the unknown began with a sense of duty and an undercurrent of trepidation, for space, as I had learned, holds secrets darker than the void itself. The passage to New Eden tested every facet of our resolve. As the ship's propulsion engineer, I faced challenges that pushed the limits of my expertise and endurance. A failure in the secondary propulsion system, deep within the void of space, was a stark reminder of the razor-thin margin between life and death in the cosmos. Repairing it in the vacuum, with only the thin fabric of a spacesuit between myself and oblivion, was a harrowing experience that I will never forget. Upon reaching New Eden, the reality we encountered was beyond any horror conceivable. The colony was deserted, its silence a grim echo of the unknown. As we explored the desolate settlement, the remnants of life abruptly abandoned painted a chilling picture of despair. The personal belongings left behind spoke of a sudden, mysterious calamity that had befallen the colonists. Our exploration led us deeper into the secrets of New Eden, to an underground laboratory hidden within a cave. Here, amidst the advanced research equipment and unsettling genetic experiments, the line between ambition and hubris was blurred. The discovery of the incubation chamber, with its alien eggs ready to hatch, marked the beginning of our nightmare. The creatures that emerged were abominations, a fusion of terrestrial and alien DNA, hostile and utterly alien. The struggle for survival that followed was a testament to human resilience and the indomitable will to live. However, it was also a descent into a darkness that no light could dispel. We were forced to confront not only the monstrous creations, but also the reality that the colonists had transformed, becoming part of the very horror that hunted us. In the end, as we attempted to escape and send a distress signal to Earth, we faced the ultimate horror. The realization that we had ventured into a realm beyond our understanding, a place where our scientific curiosity and ambition had unleashed a nightmare. My final memories of New Eden are of a desperate struggle for survival, a fight not just against the creatures that roamed the night, but against the creeping madness that threatened to consume us. The message I recorded, a warning to stay away from New Eden, was the last act of a man who had seen the abyss and lived to tell the tale. As the Prometheus pulled away from New Eden, its engines thrumming a mournful dirge, I couldn't help but look back at the planet shrinking into the distance, a verdant jewel cloaked in shadows and secrets. The horrors we faced, the lives lost, and the unfathomable mysteries we uncovered would haunt me forever. Yet, amid the darkness, there were slivers of profound realizations about the human spirit, our resilience, and the paradoxical beauty that exists in the face of overwhelming fear. The journey back to Earth was a somber affair. The void between the stars, once a canvas of wonder and possibilities, now felt like a vast expanse of isolation and warning. Conversations among the crew were subdued, each of us processing the ordeal in our silence, our thoughts a tangled maze of what-ifs and what-nows. Upon our return, the debriefing sessions were exhaustive. We recounted our experiences to a rapt audience of officials from the International Space Agency, military personnel, and scientists. Their reactions ranged from disbelief to horror as we detailed the genetic experiments, the mutated creatures, and the fate that befell the colonists. The recordings and data we brought back served as a stark testament to our tale, silencing skeptics and igniting debates across scientific communities and the general public alike. In the aftermath, New Eden was declared off-limits, a quarantined world marked by beacons warning away any who might venture too close. The tragedy of New Eden prompted a re-evaluation of space exploration policies, a cautious reminder of the humility humanity must maintain as we reach out into the cosmos. There were calls for stricter oversight on colonial endeavors, especially concerning the manipulation of extraterrestrial ecosystems and life forms. For me, the journey didn't end with our return to Earth. The shadows of New Eden followed me, a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the indomitable will to survive. I found solace in working to advance our understanding of propulsion systems, driven by the hope that future explorations could be safer, better prepared for the unknown. I became an advocate for responsible exploration, sharing my story with a new generation of engineers and explorers, warning them of the dangers, but also inspiring them with the boundless possibilities that space holds. Yet, the memory that lingered most poignantly was not of the terror or the loss, but of the moments of human connection amid the darkness. The way we supported each other, shared our fears and hopes, and worked together to face the unknown. It was a testament to the strength that lies in unity, in the shared human experience that transcends the confines of worlds known and unknown. The months following the mission were a time of reflection and turmoil for me. The haunting echoes of New Eden wove themselves into my dreams, a constant reminder of the fine line between discovery and devastation. Yet, in the wake of such darkness, I found an unexpected glimmer of purpose. My experiences had not only reshaped my understanding of the cosmos, but also ignited a fervent desire to ensure the safety and ethical compass of humanity's future endeavors into the unknown. This newfound purpose led me to collaborate with a team dedicated to developing safer, more reliable propulsion systems and life support technologies. We poured our collective grief, guilt, and lessons learned into our work, driven by the memories of those we lost and the hope of preventing future tragedies. Our goal was clear: to make space exploration not just about reaching new frontiers, but about doing so with caution, respect for the unknown, and a deep understanding of our responsibilities as stewards of the cosmos. In parallel to our technical endeavors, I began participating in forums and educational programs, sharing the story of New Eden. It was not an easy task. The weight of those memories pressed heavily on my soul with each recounting. However, I saw the impact of these stories on the faces of young engineers, scientists, and explorers. Their eyes, full of curiosity and ambition, reminded me of my own before the Prometheus mission. This time, though, they were armed with a knowledge that would prepare them better for the unpredictable nature of space. The international community, galvanized by the tragedy of New Eden, took significant steps to redefine space exploration policies. New guidelines were established, emphasizing ethical considerations, environmental stewardship of celestial bodies, and the importance of preparedness for the psychological challenges of space travel. The legacy of New Eden, while marked by horror, also became a catalyst for change, inspiring a more conscientious approach to the expansion of humanity into the stars. Years passed, and the advancements in technology and protocol I contributed to came to fruition. The next generation of spacecraft, equipped with the latest in propulsion safety and life support sustainability, was ready for launch. This time, the mission was not one of rescue or discovery, but of diplomatic and scientific collaboration with other spacefaring civilizations we had since made contact with. The objective was clear: to share knowledge, cultures, and technologies in a grand effort to foster interstellar unity and understanding. As I watched the new ship, the Phoenix, prepare for its journey, I couldn't help but feel a sense of redemption. The Phoenix, named symbolically to represent rebirth and new beginnings, carried with it the hopes and dreams of a united planet. Our previous missteps had not dampened our spirit, but had instead paved the way for a more thoughtful and inclusive exploration of the cosmos. On the eve of the Phoenix's departure, I stood under the starlit sky, a solitary figure against the backdrop of humanity's relentless pursuit of knowledge. The stars, once a haunting reminder of our follies, now twinkled with the promise of new adventures, new discoveries, and the eternal hope of finding our place in the vast, mysterious universe. The story of New Eden would never be forgotten. It had become a part of our collective consciousness, a somber lesson engraved in the annals of space exploration history. But as the phoenix soared into the heavens, leaving behind a trail of light against the darkness, it symbolized our resilience, our capacity to learn from our past, and our undying ambition to reach for the stars, not as conquerors, but as humble seekers of wisdom in the grand tapestry of the cosmos. In the aftermath of the silence from New Eden, the world I knew teetered on the brink of an unprecedented revelation. I had once been just Anthon, an engineer responsible for the Prometheus's propulsion systems, a man of science and a seeker of the unknown. Yet, the final transmission from New Eden transformed me, along with humanity, thrusting us all into a realm of existential contemplation and fear mingled with an insatiable curiosity. When the silence from New Eden shattered, replaced by coherent messages of survival and transcendence, the fabric of my reality unraveled. The last known survivor's voice, no longer a harbinger of doom but a testament to a chilling evolution, spoke of knowledge and capabilities far beyond our understanding. This revelation, echoing across a world already fraught with uncertainty, sparked a flame of determination within me. It was a call to arms, not just for me but for humanity, to confront the mysteries of New Eden once more. The decision to return to New Eden was laden with a weight I had never before felt. As part of the new expedition, a blend of Earth's finest, I was acutely aware of the dual nature of our mission. We were not just explorers. We were diplomats, soldiers, and scholars, treading a fine line between the search for knowledge and the preservation of our very essence. The cosmos, with its infinite mysteries, held secrets we were yet to unravel. Arriving at New Eden was like stepping into a world reborn from the ashes of its own desolation. The planet, once a beacon of hope and despair, now teemed with life that defied natural laws. The society of transformed humans we encountered was a clash of worlds. They were the heralds of a potential future, one that was as terrifying as it was mesmerizing. The survivors, changed beyond recognition, embodied the cost of their evolution. Their serene confidence belied the mutations that had conferred enhanced abilities, but at a terrible price. Their DNA, irrevocably entwined with alien genetics, spoke of a new dawn for humanity, shadowed by the unstable and contagious nature of their evolution. The realization that the mutations were spreading among us, the crew of the Prometheus, was a moment of sheer terror. The mission, meant to secure humanity's future, had instead become a journey into a nightmare. The very essence of who we were began to erode, replaced by something alien, something other. As we made the desperate decision to return to Earth, the transformations within us accelerated. The crew, once my comrades and friends, now became unrecognizable, their humanity slipping away into the abyss of mutation. The Prometheus, once a symbol of hope, had transformed into a floating tomb, a testament to the dangers of reaching beyond our grasp. The approach to Earth was a voyage of nightmares. The mutations within us had not only enhanced our physical and mental abilities, but had also awakened a dark, insatiable hunger. We had become predators, stalked by the alien instincts that now dominated our existence. The world we were returning to was not ready for the beings we had become. As Earth prepared for our arrival, the air was thick with tension and fear. The failed attempt to neutralize the Prometheus only heightened the sense of impending doom. The world watched in stunned silence as we landed, not as conquerors or saviors, but as harbingers of a new era of existence, one that challenged the very concept of what it meant to be human. As Anthon, now transformed beyond my wildest imaginings, I found myself at the heart of this maelstrom. The journey back to New Eden and the horrors it unleashed had irrevocably changed me. Yet, within the chaos, a clarity emerged. The message we brought back to Earth, "We are the harbingers of your potential, not your doom," was a beacon of hope amid the darkness. It was a call to embrace the unknown, for in it lies not only the future of humanity but of all life in the cosmos. Standing on the precipice of this new dawn, I, Anthon, found myself torn between the engineer I once was and the emissary I had become. The transmissions that had once heralded a future of endless possibilities now echoed with a haunting question. At what cost does humanity pursue its evolution? As one of the pioneers who had first set foot on New Eden, who had witnessed the transformation of humanity's bravest into beings of an almost celestial nature, I grappled with the duality of our situation. The advancements shared by my transformed colleagues promised a world free from the chains of disease, energy scarcity, and miscommunication. Yet, the silence that followed their invitation, the barrier that remained a steadfast guardian of their secrets, spoke volumes of the gap that had widened between us. The world I returned to was not the one I had left behind. It was a world abuzz with anticipation and fear, a society on the brink of a division profound enough to redefine the essence of our species. The chosen 10, like Emma, Takumi, and I before them, were heralds of this new era, yet their departure beyond the barrier marked not just a physical journey, but a departure from the humanity we had all known. In the weeks that turned into months following their selection, I witnessed the transformation of public opinion. The awe and reverence that had greeted our initial return gave way to a deep-seated unease. The conversations I had with people from all walks of life revealed a common thread of concern. What does it mean to be human in an age where our very biology can be altered, where the lines between organic and engineered blur into obsolescence? This existential question became the centerpiece of a global dialogue. Scholars, theologians, scientists, and laypeople alike debated the implications of our newfound knowledge. The advancements brought back from the Prometheus had indeed ushered in a new age of prosperity and understanding, yet they also cast a long shadow of doubt over the future of our identity. Emma and Takumi, with their feet planted firmly on either side of this new divide, worked tirelessly to bridge the gap. Through their efforts, they reminded us all that humanity's greatest strength has always been its ability to adapt, to evolve not just physically but spiritually and ethically. They argued that this new frontier was simply another step in our long journey through the cosmos, a journey that required not just technological advancement, but an advancement of our values and our very conception of self. Yet, even as they spoke, the barrier remained, a symbol of the divide between what we were and what we could become. It stood as a reminder of the choices that lay ahead, of the sacrifices that might be required in the pursuit of progress. The world waited, caught between the excitement of the unknown and the comfort of the familiar, for the barrier to drop, for the chosen 10 to return with new insights, new technologies, and perhaps a new way to reconcile our past with our future. As I pondered these developments, I couldn't help but feel a sense of responsibility for the role I had played in bringing about this epic-defining moment. My journey from engineer to interstellar emissary had been unexpected, but it had shown me that the true challenge of exploration was not in reaching new worlds, but in understanding what those discoveries mean for the world we leave behind. In the end, the future of humanity's relationship with the transformed beings of New Eden, and the advancements they offered, depended on our ability to navigate the complexities of identity, ethics, and evolution. It was a future fraught with challenges, but also brimming with the potential for a level of unity and understanding previously unimagined. As the world looked to the desert, to the barrier, and to the stars beyond, I knew that our journey was far from over. It was a journey that would test the limits of our understanding, our compassion, and our capacity to grow. But it was a journey that I, Anthon, along with Emma, Takumi, and all of humanity, were ready to embark upon, armed with the hope that beyond the unknown lay a future where the essence of what it means to be human could flourish like never before. As one of those who had first ventured to New Eden, who had seen the dawn of this conflict and the potential for humanity's transformation or destruction, I found myself at the heart of a struggle far greater than any I had imagined. The discovery of the cure by a group of intrepid scientists and survivors marked a turning point in our fight against the beings that sought to reshape us into their vision of perfection. It was a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness, a world I no longer recognized. The knowledge that there was a way to reverse the modifications, to reclaim our humanity from the brink of erasure, ignited a fire within me. I had witnessed firsthand the changes in Emma and Takumi, had seen the light of who they once were dimmed by the insidious alterations of the invaders. The possibility of restoring them, of bringing back the friends I knew and loved, became a driving force in my participation in the resistance. The resistance moved with a newfound urgency, fortified by the cure's promise. We operated in the shadows, utilizing the remnants of the world's communication networks to spread the word, to organize, and to plan. The cure was administered covertly, person by person, each recovery a small victory in the greater battle for our species' soul. Our efforts were not without risk. The beings were quick to recognize the threat posed by the cure. They redoubled their efforts to stamp out the resistance, employing ever more sophisticated means of tracking and controlling the population. It became a war not just of physical might but of wits, a delicate dance of move and counter-move as we sought to outmaneuver beings whose understanding of the universe far exceeded our own. Yet, it was in this desperate game of cat and mouse that humanity's true strength emerged. Freed from the invaders' control, individuals began to exhibit traits that had long been suppressed: ingenuity, resilience, and a deep-seated drive for freedom. People from all walks of life, united by a common cause, brought their unique skills and knowledge to the forefront, contributing to the resistance in myriad ways. From hackers disrupting the being's surveillance networks to ordinary citizens providing safe havens for those on the run, every act of defiance added to the growing momentum of our fight. The turning point came with a daring plan to infiltrate one of the invaders' primary control centers. The mission was fraught with peril, a near-suicidal attempt to strike at the heart of the enemy's power on Earth. Yet, it was a risk we were willing to take, for the reward was nothing less than the liberation of our planet. Emma and Takumi, now partially restored through the cure, led the charge, their intimate knowledge of the being's technologies proving invaluable. The operation was a harrowing ordeal, a testament to the courage and determination of those who dared to face the unknown. Through a combination of stealth, technological prowess, and sheer audacity, we succeeded in delivering a crippling blow to the invaders' infrastructure. The control center was destroyed, severing the being's ability to maintain their hold over the transformed populace. In the aftermath of the attack, the world was forever changed. The barrier that had once separated us from the beings crumbled, not just physically but metaphorically, as we began to reclaim our autonomy. The cure spread like wildfire, liberating minds and bodies from the invaders' grip and sparking a global awakening. The war was not won in a single day, nor did the challenges we faced end with the destruction of the control center. The beings, though weakened, were not vanquished, and pockets of resistance continued to fight for Earth's freedom in the years that followed. But the tide had turned in humanity's favor, fueled by the indomitable spirit that had refused to be extinguished. As for me, Anthon, my journey had come full circle. From the engineer who marveled at the mysteries of New Eden to the soldier who fought for humanity's future, I had seen the best and worst of what we are capable of. The saga of the Prometheus and the lost space colony of New Eden had become not just a tale of ambition and survival, but a reminder of our resilience, our capacity for hope, and our unyielding desire to remain masters of our destiny. In the end, the legacy of this conflict was not the technologies or the horrors they had brought, but the reaffirmation of our humanity in the face of unimaginable adversity. We had stared into the abyss, confronted the darkness within and without, and emerged not just survivors but guardians of the light that defines us. In the years that followed, the world slowly began to rebuild. The technologies left behind by the beings, once a source of fear and conflict, were gradually understood and integrated into society with caution and respect for their potential consequences. Humanity had learned a hard lesson about the dangers of unchecked ambition and the importance of ethical considerations in scientific advancement. We moved forward, not just with the intent to innovate, but with a commitment to ensuring that our advancements served the betterment of all, not just the few. The resistance that had once rallied against the invaders evolved into a global council dedicated to the stewardship of Earth and its people. This council, comprised of representatives from every corner of the globe, worked to mend the divisions that had once threatened to tear us apart. We recognized that our strength lay in our diversity, in the multitude of perspectives and experiences that each culture brought to the table. Together, we forged a new path for humanity, one rooted in cooperation, understanding, and a shared commitment to preserving the planet that had nurtured us. As for the beings from the Prometheus, their fate remained a mystery. Some speculated that they had retreated to the stars, defeated and chastened by their failure to subjugate humanity. Others believed that they remained among us, hidden in the shadows, watching and waiting. But their legacy lived on, not as conquerors, but as the catalyst for a profound transformation in human consciousness. The cure that had liberated us from their control had unintended consequences, opening our minds to new ways of thinking and being. We found that we could communicate more deeply, understand each other with a clarity that had once seemed impossible. This newfound empathy sparked a renaissance in art, literature, and philosophy, as people explored the depths of the human experience with an intensity that had never before been possible. Emma and Takumi, once symbols of humanity's folly, became its guiding lights. Their journey, from ambassadors of a false dawn to champions of a new era, inspired countless others to strive for a better future. They reminded us that even in our darkest moments, there is always a choice, always a chance to rise above our fears and reach for something greater. And I, Anthon, found my purpose not in the stars, but in the stories we tell and the lessons we learn from them. I chronicled the saga of the Prometheus, of New Eden, and of the war that had tested the very soul of humanity. My hope was that by preserving these tales, future generations would remember the cost of our survival and the value of our humanity. As I write these final words, I look out at a world reborn from the ashes of conflict, a world thriving with the promise of tomorrow. The challenges we face are many, and the journey ahead is long and uncertain. But if the saga of the Prometheus has taught us anything, it is that humanity possesses an indomitable spirit, a capacity for hope that can illuminate the darkest of times. We stand on the brink of a new frontier, not of space, but of understanding, of ourselves, of each other, and of the delicate balance that sustains us all. The future is ours to shape, with wisdom, compassion, and a steadfast commitment to safeguarding the light of humanity for generations to come. Standing at the edge of what had become known as freedom's crater, I, Anthon, couldn't help but reflect on the journey that had led humanity to this point. The crater, a tangible scar on the Earth's surface, served as a monument to both our darkest days and our brightest triumphs. It was here, amidst the remnants of our greatest challenge, that we found the strength to redefine our destiny. As one of the initial members of the resistance, witnessing the transformation of this desolate pit into a bastion of hope was profoundly moving. The crater had become a symbol of humanity's resilience, a testament to our ability to rise from the ashes of despair and reclaim our world. It was a reminder that, even when faced with forces that sought to strip us of our very humanity, we could fight back and win. The fortifications that surrounded Freedom's crater were not just physical barriers against potential threats. They were a declaration of our renewed sovereignty. Inside these walls, life thrived. Scientists, once again driven by curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge for the betterment of all, delved into the mysteries of the universe. Engineers, inspired by the challenge of rebuilding, created technologies that harmonized with our world rather than exploiting it. And amid the green spaces that dotted the landscape, communities gathered, sharing stories of survival and loss, of victory and hope. I often walked among these communities, listening to their stories and sharing my own. Each conversation was a reminder of the individual sacrifices that had paved the way for our collective future. The stories of bravery and sacrifice, of moments when the darkness seemed insurmountable, were now interwoven with tales of recovery and rebuilding. It was through these shared experiences that we forged a new identity, one grounded in the lessons of the past but looking forward to the possibilities of the future. The establishment of Freedom's Crater as a stronghold for humanity's resurgence was more than a strategic necessity. It was a moral imperative. It represented our refusal to be defined by those who had sought to control us. Instead, we chose to define ourselves by our actions, by our commitment to creating a world where such atrocities could never happen again. As the years passed, the crater became a hub of innovation and a beacon for those who believed in a better future. The green spaces within its walls flourished, a symbol of our commitment to harmony with the earth. The labs and workshops buzzed with activity, as we turned the tools of our former oppressors into the means for our liberation. But Freedom's Crater was also a place of remembrance. We built memorials to those we had lost, to the sacrifices that had been made. These memorials stood as silent sentinels, reminders of the cost of freedom and the importance of guarding it fiercely. In time, the crater became a destination for those from across the globe who wished to learn, to contribute, or simply to pay their respects. It was a living museum, a classroom without walls, where the lessons of our past were used to teach future generations about resilience, unity, and the endless capacity for human growth. For me, Freedom's Crater was a home, a place where I could see the tangible results of our fight for freedom. It was here that I found a sense of peace, a belief that, despite the darkness we had faced, the light of humanity could never be extinguished. As I stood watching the sunset over the crater, the sky ablaze with colors, I couldn't help but feel a sense of awe at what we had achieved. We had faced the abyss and emerged stronger, not just as individuals, but as a species. The journey had been long and fraught with peril, but it had led us to a new beginning, a chance to rebuild not just our world, but ourselves. In the end, the saga of the Prometheus and the battle for Earth was a story of transformation, of a species that had looked into the heart of darkness and found the strength to light a path to a brighter future. It was a story that would be told for generations, a reminder of the power of hope, the strength of the human spirit, and the unbreakable bond that unites us all in our shared journey through the stars.
Dare to venture into the unknown. Join us on a journey where shadows whisper and secrets lurk. Subscribe now and ring the bell to summon fresh mysteries directly to your screen every few days. Ignore this call, and be warned, an eternal curse awaits those who wander in the dark, unguided. Do you have the courage to face the unknown? Your adventure begins with a click. Welcome to the realm where every notification brings you closer to the abyss. Subscribe, if you dare.